You may not sacrifice the Passover within any of your gates, which Yahweh your God gives you. But at the place which Yahweh your God shall choose, to cause his name to dwell in, there you shall sacrifice the Passover at evening, at the going down of the sun, at the season that you came forth out of Egypt.
You shall roast and eat it in the place which Yahweh your God shall choose, and you shall turn in the morning, and go to your tents. 6 days you shall eat unleavened bread, on the 7th day shall be a solemn assembly to Yahweh your God, you shall do no work. You shall count for yourselves 7 weeks. From the time you begin to put the sickle to the standing grain you shall begin to number 7 weeks. You shall keep the feast of weeks to Yahweh your God with a tribute of a freewill offering of your hand, which you shall give, according as Yahweh your God blesses you.
And you shall rejoice before Yahweh your God, you, and your son, and your daughter, and your male servant, and your female servant, and the Levite who is within your gates, and the foreigner, and the fatherless, and the widow, who are in the midst of you, in the place which Yahweh your God shall choose, to cause his name to dwell there.
You shall remember that you were a bondservant in Egypt, and you shall observe and do these statutes. You shall keep the feast of tents 7 days, after that you have gathered in firm your threshing floor and firm your winnowpress.
And you shall rejoice in your feast, you, and your son, and your daughter, and your male servant, and your female servant, and the Levite, and the foreigner, and the fatherless, and the widow, who are within your gates.
You shall keep a feast to Yahweh your God 7 days in the place which Yahweh shall choose, because Yahweh your God will bless you in all your increase, and in all the work of your hands, and you shall be altogether joyful. 3 times in a year shall all your males appear before Yahweh your God in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tents, and they shall not appear before Yahweh empty.
Every man shall give as he is able, according to the blessing of Yahweh your God which he has given you. You shall make judges and officers in all your gates, which Yahweh your God gives you, according to your tribes, and they shall judge the people with righteous judgment.